Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I make this all-in-one steamed meal in a basket for dinner last night. This is inspired by a restaurant in Shanghai, and all they serve there are steamed food. They are not only interesting, but they're really delicious. This meal is a lot of fun to cook because I took it almost like a construction project. I take different parts that I already have in the refrigerator and I assemble it together. In this case, advanced prepping makes a lot of difference because I don't have to cut anything up. All I have to do is to choose what I have. The end result is that I have 5 different kinds of vegetable together with shrimp and eggs. Makes a complete meal. Furthermore, it is really fast to cook. The total time from when I step into the kitchen to when it's served on the table is only about 30 minutes. Because today's shrimp are frozen individually, so you can have them ready almost any time you want to have some shrimp. The first thing I'm going to do is to use some parchment paper to make a lining for my bamboo steam basket. I want to make sure that I make this lining a little bit bigger than the basket, so when I lay it out, it will have an edge that allow me to retain any fluid that might release during the steaming process. I love Brussels sprout, and Brussels sprout goes really well with this dish because Brussels sprout steams very well and they have great flavor. This is also time for me to use up whatever I have in the refrigerator. Next, I put some zucchini in the middle of the basket. There's no particular order or structure how I lay out these ingredients. I use a little bit less zucchini than Brussels sprouts because I want the Brussels sprouts to be the main vegetable of this meal. And next, I'm going to spread some cooked rice on top of the vegetables. I found this rice in the refrigerator. I microwave them for about 1 minute to warm them up a little bit. This will help to accelerate the steaming process. In the past, I discovered that if I put the cold rice directly in the steamer, it takes longer for the steaming process. You can put more or less rice as you desired. And next, I'm going to add some thinly sliced carrot over the rice. Again, I put the amount of carrot that I think it will be suitable to balance with other vegetables. The last vegetable I'm going to put in is some white button mushroom. Again, with advanced prepping, I have everything already in my fingertips. All I need to do is to set it up, and that makes it a lot of fun. As my friend Jill told me that advanced prepping is not only for stir frying, but it is also for other type of cooking as well. Last but not the least, I'm going to season the ingredients in this steam basket with some basic seasoning mix, which is a mix that I put together from my masala dabur. By this time, I have heated up some water in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok, and I put a steamer into the wok. After the water comes to a boil, I turn the stove to low because I only need the water to simmer gently in order to steam the ingredients. After steam the content for about 5 minutes, I add the shrimp to the steamer. I coat the shrimp with a light layer of cornstarch. This will give the shrimp a smooth texture. In order to prevent the shrimp from being overcooked, I add them at a later time. I estimated that it would take another 5 to 6 minutes to finish steaming the vegetable, and I want to steam the shrimp in this amount of time. Therefore, when the vegetable is done, the shrimp will be perfectly cooked. I'm pretty particular with the texture of my shrimp. I want them to be tender and moist. So before I put the steamer cover back on, I'm going to add a couple eggs to the contents. Basically what this step is to poach the egg. Again, I add the egg at this point because I want the texture of the egg to be perfectly cooked, at least the way how I like it. This will allow the egg yolk to be slightly soft. And I figure the amount of time to cook the egg is the same as it requires to cook the shrimp. Finally, before I put the cover back on, I garnish it with some scallions. I always have some scallions on hand. They're very handy to finish up a dish. I could add the scallion now, or I could actually add it when the dish is done. Okay, I'm going to put the cover back on, and I'm going to steam all the content for another 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, I open it up. Wow, everything looks great. The final step before I serve it on the table, I garnish it with some soy sauce. So okay, now the dish is done and it's ready for the table. And the total time for steaming is a little bit over 20 minutes. So what is the verdict? Now, the dish is actually amazingly tasty. The blend of the vegetable, shrimp, and egg create a complex and interesting flavor. I can see many possibilities based on this basic template for create different kind of dishes. I'm excited to try them out in the future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.